Actually, since I'm living in Abbottabad as opposed to living in Lahore or some other major city, so any explosion that happens in Abbottabad concerns me directly. So of course I'm curious about it too, and I want to know whether it was a terrorist attack or a normal military exercise, which was also another possibility. I mean, the military is conducting exercises as well, so it could have been an explosion due to some military bombing exercise. So I wanted to know what had happened, but especially since there was a helicopter before the explosion, so I mean, it was partly my curiosity and partly my concern for the life that we're living there and how it can change because of the explosions. So that was the major reason behind me tweeting about it and being concerned about it.
So do you consider yourself a journalist?
I think from our discussions with Steve and the other media people, I think they've defined me as a citizen journalist, not a professional journalist, of course.
This is the Poynter Institute has.
No, not just the Poynter Institute. I've had discussions with a few other journalists as well back in Pakistan. So I think the consensus was that I am a citizen journalist because I went out to gather the news after the incident as well. I mean, if I had just tweeted about it and stopped, that would have made me just a regular citizen. But since I went, the next day I went to the compound, I went to talk to people, I went to take pictures. So that is the moment when I was briefly a citizen journalist.
Okay, so what do you make of the way that other journalists handled the story?
I'm not a professional journalist, so I do not know the kind of training that goes into any journalist's career before they start reporting. But what I gathered from the experience in Abbottabad and the news teams that were there for at least a few weeks before they were told to stay in Islamabad by the government. So what I gathered from their professional practices is that they want to create a story, and frankly speaking, if they can twist the facts just a little bit to get that certain kind of effect, they will do it. And if they can omit something just to, strengthen their whatever they're trying to say, they will do it. I mean, from a computer science point of view, since I work with computers, so it's either true or false. So it's not that simple in the journalism industry.
Is there any news brand, recognized news brand, that you trust?
I do not consume a lot of news, so whatever news comes my way, if I have to research on some particular incident, I use the internet to search for different news sources. So,
and what now? You've now got 75,000 followers on Twitter. Your Sohaib as a brand itself. What do you do with it?
I have deliberately tried not to monetize it in any way. I have had offers of tweeting for some product or that. I mean, people ask me to tweet about their product all the time. People send me links or product samples, software product sample links that tweet about us, will pay you this and that. But I haven't really tried to monetize from it whatsoever. So I've just let my account be.
But you're still tweeting?
Yeah, I'm tweeting and I'm trying to talk to people when I can, and especially if something that matters to me, if I can correct some incorrect opinion, or if I have a conversation that I want to hold, I still tweet, but not as often as I used to.
One last question. What would you have done if you'd been contacted by the military, either the US or the Pakistani, and told, stop tweeting?
I would have tweeted about it, and then I would have stopped tweeting about the incident. But I would have said that the military is asking me to stop, so I'm stopping right now.
Tweet first, then act.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it is the truth, and it is something that they should not be stopping me to do. But nobody contacted me, actually. I was surprised. I was actually hoping that the police would contact me and ask me questions, because that is their job. I mean, they're supposed to know what happened and how it happened, but nobody bothered to contact me or stop me or censor me.